It was supposed to be just a joke, a harmless prank. Lin Yao, with her quirky sense of humor and a group of gossip-loving besties, had cooked up the perfect plan. Pretend to be pregnant on a first date and scare off a rich, arrogant CEO who, according to rumors, changed girlfriends faster than his luxury watches. "Let's see if he runs for his life when I say I'm having his baby," she had laughed, clutching her belly with mock seriousness. Her friends had giggled, egging her on. The target, CEO Huo Yichen, cold, calm, and terrifyingly handsome, the kind of man who owned the room the moment he walked in. Rumors said he never smiled, never looked twice at any woman, and definitely didn't believe in love. Lin Yao had no intention of impressing him. She didn't need a rich boyfriend. She had a stable job at a florist, an adorable cat, and enough chaos in her life already. This prank was just payback for a friend he'd allegedly ghosted, and a dare she couldn't refuse. But from the moment she stepped into the rooftop restaurant, everything started to unravel. She expected him to be annoyed, maybe even walk out, but when she delivered her prank line, "Yichen, there's something I have to tell you. I'm pregnant," his reaction wasn't what she prepared for. He froze, not in shock or anger, but like he'd just been hit by a memory. His sharp gaze dropped to the pendant hanging from her neck, a small jade charm shaped like a teardrop. Something Lin Yao never took off, even though she had no memory of where it came from. "You saved me," Huo Yichen said, his voice low, almost reverent. Lin Yao blinked, confused. "What?" He leaned forward, eyes narrowed. "That pendant. You were the girl who saved me 10 years ago. After my car accident, you held my hand until help arrived. I never forgot." Her breath caught. She wanted to laugh, to say it was part of the prank, but his expression wasn't joking. The cold CEO was looking at her like she was his miracle. Things spun out of control fast. Within the hour, he cancelled all his meetings, ordered the chef to prepare everything she liked, sent his driver to wait outside, called her Yao Yao like it was the most natural thing in the world. By the end of dinner, he wasn't running from the fake pregnancy. He was making wedding plans. "Let's get married," he said simply, as if it were the next item on his to-do list. Lin Yao nearly choked on her dessert. Now stuck between coming clean or playing along, she found herself wrapped in a web of misunderstandings, emotions, and secrets she never planned for. The prank was supposed to last an hour, but now she might be walking down the aisle. And the jade pendant, it held more secrets than she realized. As Huo Yichen's mysterious past begins to unfold, and Lin Yao finds herself slowly falling for the man she once intended to prank, the question remains, how long can a fake pregnancy hide the truth? When real feelings start to bloom? And what will happen when Huo Yichen finds out she doesn't remember saving him at all? Lin Yao didn't sleep a wink that night. She tossed and turned, staring at the ceiling of her tiny apartment, while her cat, Nian Nian, snored peacefully beside her. The words, "Let's get married," echoed in her head like a broken record. This wasn't how the prank was supposed to go. She was supposed to say she was pregnant, watch Huo Yichen freak out, maybe get a good laugh, and then go home with a funny story. But instead, the cold CEO turned into a completely different person. Gentle, kind, almost warm, and now she was caught in the middle of a huge misunderstanding. What's worse, he had recognized her as his childhood savior, the girl who stayed by his side after that car crash, holding his hand with that exact jade pendant around her neck. But the truth, Lin Yao had no memory of that moment, not a single one. She had no idea how she got that pendant. It had been with her since she was young, Her grandmother gave it to her before she passed, saying it was lucky. That was all Lin Yao knew. She never thought it was connected to some life-changing memory. The next morning, Huo Yichen sent a luxury car to pick her up. His assistant even handed her a schedule. Brunch at his estate, followed by a tour of his company. Everything felt surreal. She tried to confess many times, but every time she opened her mouth, Huo Yichen would do something unexpected, like brush her hair behind her ear, or ask about her favorite flowers, or mention how long he had been waiting to find her. "I searched for you for 10 years, he said quietly as they sat in the back seat, the city passing by outside. "I never forgot your face. That jade pendant. It saved me." Lin Yao's throat tightened. She wasn't the girl he thought she was, but how could she tell him now, without breaking his heart? As days passed, things got even more complicated. She met his mother, a sharp-eyed woman who clearly didn't trust her. "You look familiar," she said, sipping her tea slowly. "But a fake pregnancy? That's a bold move, Miss Lin." Lin Yao froze. His mother knew, but instead of exposing her, the woman smiled. "Let's see how far you can go with this little game." Meanwhile, the media started buzzing. Photos of Huo Yichen and Lin Yao together surfaced online. Everyone was talking about the mysterious, ordinary girl who captured the CEO's heart. Articles called her the savior of his past. Some even claimed she was pregnant for real. Lin Yao's flower shop was suddenly crowded with reporters, curious customers, and even jealous exes. Among them was He Yue, Huo Yichen's rumored ex-girlfriend. Beautiful, wealthy, and clearly not over him. "You don't deserve him," she told Lin Yao bluntly. "You're just a phase. When he finds out the truth, you'll be out of his life for good." But the truth wasn't the only thing Lin Yao was hiding. Over time, she found herself falling, really falling, for Huo Yichen. He wasn't the cold, heartless CEO she had imagined. He was patient, thoughtful, and when he looked at her, it wasn't with suspicion. It was with belief. Belief that she had once saved him. Belief that she was meant to be by his side. And that belief started to feel like a heavy weight on her shoulders. One evening, as they stood on the balcony of his penthouse, overlooking the city lights, he slipped a small velvet box into her hands. Inside was a ring, simple, elegant. "I don't care what happened before," he said, his voice low. "What matters is that you're here now. Let's make it official." Lin Yao's heart pounded in her chest. She should say something, tell the truth, end this. But then he added something she didn't expect. "My second brother is back. He's trying to take everything from me, including you. I need you by my side, Lin Yao. Not just for love, for survival." Suddenly, this wasn't just a fake pregnancy prank. It was a war, and Lin Yao was caught in the middle of it, between a lie that had gone too far and a man who needed her more than she realized. But the clock was ticking, because someone else knew the truth. A mysterious woman had visited her flower shop earlier that week. She didn't leave her name, just stared at the jade pendant and said, "That doesn't belong to you. And soon he'll know." Lin Yao didn't know who she was, but the way she said it, so certain, so calm, it sent chills down her spine. As Lin Yao stood beside Huo Yichen, fake ring on her finger, and a storm brewing in every direction, only one question burned in her mind. What happens when the truth comes out? Because lies can only last so long, and love doesn't always survive the fall. The night after the mysterious woman's warning, Lin Yao couldn't shake off the feeling of dread that had settled in her chest. She hadn't told anyone about the encounter, not even Huo Yichen. Every step she took in his penthouse felt heavier. The weight of the fake pregnancy, the lie she had been living, and the secrets she had been keeping from him all felt like they were closing in on her. She couldn't keep pretending. Huo Yichen's behavior had become more intense. He seemed almost obsessed with her, his every move calculated to make her feel like she belonged in his world. He'd taken her out on extravagant dates, introduced her to his business partners, and even promised to help her flower shop grow. He was everything she never expected him to be: caring, attentive, and patient. But it all felt like a delicate house of cards that could collapse at any moment. Then came the day that would change everything. It all started with a phone call, one that she wasn't supposed to hear. Huo Yichen was on the line with his second brother, the one who had returned from abroad and was already stirring trouble. From the snippets of conversation she caught, she realized something crucial. His brother wasn't just interested in taking over the business. He had his sights set on her. You don't understand. Huo Yichen's voice came through the phone, laced with frustration. She's not just a pawn in this game. She's my... His words cut off abruptly as the door to the study creaked open. Lin Yao's heart stopped. She had never seen him so vulnerable, so unguarded. She had to know more. She stepped into the study, her breath shallow. "What did you mean by that?" she asked, her voice trembling despite her attempt to remain composed. Huo Yichen's eyes widened, realizing she'd overheard the conversation. He put down the phone, his expression softening as he looked at her. "Lin Yao, I didn't want you to find out this way, but I can't keep hiding it from you anymore." The words hung in the air like a heavy fog. She crossed the room, her heart racing. "What is it? What have you been keeping from me?" He hesitated, then took a deep breath. "Lin Yao, you are more than just someone I owe a debt to. You're my life's most precious person. You saved me, and I've spent years trying to find you. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. He was cut off by the sound of the door slamming open. A figure stepped in, a woman with a sharp, calculating gaze that sent a chill down Lin Yao's spine. "Did you really think you could keep this a secret, Huo Yichen?" The woman's voice was smooth, almost mocking. It was Huo Yichen's second brother's girlfriend, Mei Lan. She had been working behind the scenes, digging into Lin Yao's past. Mei Lan's gaze fell on Lin Yao, and her smile was anything but friendly. "I know all about your little secret, Lin Yao. About the pendant, about the fake pregnancy. It's all a lie." Lin Yao felt a pang of guilt pierce through her. How had Mei Lan known? Had she been watching her? Had she found out about the pendant's significance? "I don't know what you're talking about," Lin Yao replied, her voice strained. "Oh, I think you do," Mei Lan said, with a smile that made Lin Yao shudder. "I've been keeping tabs on you, and now I'm here to make sure you don't ruin everything." Before Lin Yao could respond, Huo Yichen stood up, his face hardening. "Enough, Mei Lan. You don't have the right to interfere. This is between Lin Yao and me. She's my wife, and no one will take that away." The words hit Lin Yao like a wave. "Your wife?" Huo Yichen's gaze softened as he walked toward her, taking her hands gently in his. "I meant what I said. I don't care about the fake pregnancy, the misunderstandings, or the lies. You're the one I want. No matter what the world thinks, I know what's true. We've always been connected, and nothing or no one will change that." For a moment, the tension in the room was thick, but then Mei Lan laughed bitterly. "You'll regret this, Yichen. There's more at play than you realize." She stormed out, leaving Lin Yao and Huo Yichen alone, standing in the silence that followed. "I never thought this would happen," Lin Yao whispered, her heart still racing. "I never imagined a fake pregnancy would lead to this. Marriage, a family, all of it." Huo Yichen smiled, his thumb brushing over her hand. Sometimes, life throws us into the most unexpected situations. But I don't regret a single thing, Lin Yao. You've brought meaning into my life. You're the person I was always meant to be with. Tears welled up in Lin Yao's eyes as she looked at him. For the first time in weeks, the heavy weight she had carried seemed to lift. The lie, the deception, all of it felt insignificant in comparison to the bond that had somehow blossomed between them. And then, as if fate had aligned, Huo Yichen pulled out the jade pendant from his pocket, the same one she had worn for so many years. This was always meant to find its way back to you. It was your gift to me, even before you knew it. Lin Yao held it tightly, the realization dawning on her. It wasn't just about the lie anymore. It was about love, real love, the kind that defied expectations, that transcended the mistakes of the past. In the end, Lin Yao realized that sometimes the truth doesn't come in the way you expect. But when it does, it has the power to heal even the deepest wounds. As Huo Yichen kissed her gently, the world outside seemed to fade away. No more lies, no more pretending, just the two of them, ready to face whatever came next. Together, and as they walked into their future, Lin Yao finally understood. Sometimes, the greatest love stories begin with the most unexpected of twists.